Welcome to Grammar Fundamentals for the SAT. This is Chapter 1, Lesson 1, the very first lesson, so we'll start with the most basic building block of every sentence. Today, the noun. A noun is simply a naming word, and it names one of four things. It can name a person, like a hero, or a painter. It can name a place, like a river, or a country, such as Brazil. It can name a thing, like a lantern or a canvas. And it can name an idea, like freedom or courage. Person, place, thing, or idea. If a word names one of those, you've found a noun. Here's the first change a noun makes. Number. A singular noun names just one, like one river. A plural names more than one, rivers. Most plurals simply add an S, so idea becomes ideas. But some need ES instead, especially after the letters O, S, X, CH, or SH. Hero becomes heroes, and box becomes boxes. And a handful are irregular, where the whole word changes. Child becomes children, and mouse becomes mice. So most take S, some take ES, and a few you simply have to memorize. Nouns also show ownership through the possessive, and the apostrophe's position is everything. One painter owns the brushes, the painter's brushes, apostrophe then S. So a single owner takes apostrophe S. Now many painters owning studios, the painter's studios, with the apostrophe after the S, because painters already ends in S. So a plural owner ending in S takes just an apostrophe. And if a singular word already ends in S, like boss, you still add apostrophe S, the boss's office. Here's why this matters so much. Painters with the apostrophe before the S means one painter, but painters with it after means many. Now, the heart of today's lesson, concrete versus abstract. A concrete noun names something your senses can catch, something you can see, hear, smell, taste, or touch. Thunder, you can hear it. A lantern, you can see. Perfume, you can smell. All concrete. An abstract noun is different. It names an idea, a quality, or a feeling. Completely real, but impossible to touch. Courage and freedom are abstract. So are jealousy and hope. You simply can't hold them in your hand. Here's a shortcut that'll save you on the test. A huge number of abstract nouns are built out of other words, and they leave a fingerprint, a special ending. Take an adjective like happy and tack on ness, and you get happiness, an abstract noun. Free becomes freedom with dom. The verb decide turns into the abstract noun decision with ion. And there are more of these endings to watch for. Loyal becomes loyalty with ty. Argue becomes argument with ment. Friend becomes friendship with ship. Notice the pattern in these endings. When a word wears one of them, let your radar light up. It's almost always an abstract noun, a quality or an idea you can't touch. Here's the test, and it's one question. Can your senses reach it? Thunder, yes, you can hear it, so concrete. Perfume, yes, you can smell it, concrete. But courage? You can't see or touch it, only brave actions, so it's abstract. Freedom is an idea too, abstract. And one tricky case the SAT likes. Words such as heraldry or a political party count as concrete because you can point to real emblems or real people. So whenever you're unsure, just run the noun past your five senses and ask, can my senses reach it? Let's put it all together in one sentence. The painter's courage filled the gallery. 3 different nouns hide in there. Painters, with apostrophe S, is a possessive noun, one owner. Courage is a noun too, an abstract one, a feeling you can't touch. And gallery is a noun, a concrete place you could walk right into. Possessive, abstract, concrete, all in a single sentence. Once you start looking, you'll find nouns absolutely everywhere. Let's practice. The underlined noun is shown in capitals. Decide whether it is singular, plural, or possessive. Fresh white snow covered the mountain's slopes. Look at mountains. It has an apostrophe S, and the slopes belong to the mountain. That's the possessive form, so the answer is possessive. Same sentence, but now look at slopes. There's no apostrophe. It simply names more than one slope. That makes it plural, so the answer is plural. Renata received 3 scholarships after her audition. Scholarships, 3 of them, more than one, and no apostrophe in sight. So the answer is plural. Now decide whether each capitalized noun is concrete, something your senses can reach, or abstract, an idea or feeling. Kwong showed his affection by writing her poems. Can you touch affection, or hear it, or see it? No, it's a feeling. So affection is abstract. The sound of singing birds makes one's spirits rise. Can your senses catch a sound? Yes, you hear it. So sound is concrete. One of our most prized possessions is freedom. But freedom isn't something you can hold or hear. It's an idea. So freedom is abstract. Let's bring it together. A noun names a person, place, thing, or idea. It takes 3 forms: singular, plural, and possessive. And with the possessive, apostrophe S marks one owner, while just an apostrophe marks many. And every noun is either concrete, reachable by the senses, or abstract, an idea or feeling. Great start. In Lesson 2, we'll sort nouns into proper, common, and collective.